Experiments. Often regarded as the highlight of science classes, these practical activities enable students to immerse themselves deeply in the subject matter, far surpassing traditional instruction. Through experimentation, students gain the opportunity to be creative, formulate hypotheses, and problem solve. However, there are several challenges with this. The materials for each experiment can be expensive, with many items being single-use, and a qualified laboratory technician is often necessary to set up the experiments. There are also significant safety considerations to account for, including the handling of hazardous substances, the use of open flames, and managing vigorous chemical reactions. Because of these problems, an alternative solution is needed, which is why we've created LabVerse, a mixed reality experience simulating science experiments. Today is Monday, and Mr. Sean is teaching a typical science lesson. This is Kai, one of Mr. Sean's students. He missed the experiment in class last week and has been struggling to understand the content. He even failed the test on this topic. Fortunately, Kai can practice the experiment using the headset provided by Mr. Sean. He loads up LabVerse, selects the culturing bacteria experiment. When he taps the table, the equipment for the practical is set up in front of him. He forgets to follow the instructions on the checklist and fails the first step. Luckily, he can restart with ease and have another go. As each step is completed on the checklist, it is ticked off and the explanation for the next step appears in the left window. He works through the rest of the experiment and successfully completes the required practical. Without having to worry about equipment being damaged or contaminated, it was much easier to complete the practical. Any issues with the simulation were easily solved, like spawning new equipment when existing objects were lost. Now that he's done the experiment using LabVerse, it all makes sense. He's much more confident in the topic and ready to move on. Today, Mr. Sean has tasked students with learning a new experiment, the flame tests. Alex struggles to memorise how each metal reacts to a flame in the practical, so he goes home and practices it using his headset. In this experiment, the checklist does not require steps to be completed in any specific order. Metals can be burned in any sequence, so long as the student sees what colour flame occurs from all of them. Alex enjoys being directly in control of the experiment and not just watching a video to see the results. Kevin loves physics and has heard about an experiment to test the properties of different types of radiation. He borrows Alex's headset to try it out in LabVerse, as getting his hands on real radioactive materials would be extremely difficult, not to mention unsafe. Within the simulation, Kevin can read up on the science behind the practical. Each sample gives a visualization of different types of radioactive decay being emitted, which would usually be invisible. He can also quickly swap between walls to see which materials are capable of blocking alpha, beta, or gamma radiation. This is a great way to enable play, minimizing risk while still allowing students of all ages to embrace their creativity and conduct experiments however they wish. LabVerse employs cutting-edge technology to provide a unique experience for users, meeting the demand for more engaging, accessible, and memorable methods of learning in science.